Hello friends, let us start the second part of the chapter, the story of cricket. In the first part, we just discuss on the importance of the cricket in the present world, and now invention of cricket and its spread. Cricket was invented in the southeastern England in the 19th century, and the Britishers took the game to the all those places where they went and established their colonies, whether in means all those countries of Africa, Asia, New World, that is the Americas, Australia. So this is how we see they spread cricket on those all those countries which are also known as Commonwealth countries or the member of the Commonwealth nations. Now all those countries which were a part of British Empire or were a colony of British Empire, they all are known as the common member of Commonwealth countries. So this is how this spread in all those countries, and especially the countries where we see the craze of cricket as like, let's first start in Africa. Obviously in Africa, the South Africa, Kenya. Then in Asia, Kenya, Zimbabwe, etc. also comes here. In Asia, the main countries where we found it is the India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. While in New World, that is the in Americas, is the West Indies, and in Australasia or Oceania, the main countries are only two countries, that is Australia and New Zealand. So this is how we see that how cricket spread in different parts or different corners of the world during the imperialism. Cricket represents what? Cricket had been invented in England and it became intimately linked to the culture of the 19th century of that period. England means the Victorian culture or the Victorian society. It was accepted from this game to represent all that the Englishman was supposed to value and respect during that period, means all those things like fair play. The game is totally fair. They gives value to the discipline also, and here also we see discipline in the game too much, and gentlemanliness, and it is the spirit of this game that was played till recent time also, and before commercialization took over this game at present time. These are the three main base of these games, but now with the commercialization of this game, money has become the ruling deity of this game. The peculiarities of the game cricket. In the modern time, basically we found three types of cricket forms. First is the test matches, basically of 5 days test matches, 1 day international matches of 50-50 overs, means 100 overs game, and the next is the 20-20 games. Originally cricket developed in the form of test matches, but later on the other forms of crickets were also developed. Now here we have to discuss about the features of this game that made it different than other games. It is an open-ended games, and there was no time limit defined in these games, and they would go on and on till the results was not decided, means when the all batsmen were not out. And there is no other game with such a larger time span as like in this game. Once later on the game was developed and we see test matches game, but here I would like to give you story of Hitler. Once in the year, I think 1938 or 39 something, Hitler want to see this game which becomes so popular in the British Empire. He himself arranged the game in that time's Germany, in Berlin. On the first day when he come in the game, he see the game, and in the evening when the Empire took out the wickets, he said game is over. The another person says no, the game is not over. It will continue to tomorrow. The second day the same thing happened. Third day, fourth day, and fifth day the same thing was happened. On the fifth day, just after the tea time, the Empire come and took out the wickets before the actual time. So Hitler says, now what happened? The game is over. The person says, yes, the game is over. Hitler become very happy. After all, thank God, the game is over. Then he says, what was the result? Who win the game? The person says, no one. The match is draw. He becomes so angry that he spent his 5 days precious time on this game, and the result is no. He immediately ordered that the game would never be played in Germany. So such a time span game is this cricket. Just a story only, nothing else. Well, let's come to our chapter. Here the length of the pitches is specified 22 yards because at that time the run system was there, means the run were taken in between the wickets, no sixes and no 4 runs were there. The next thing which we found here is that all the tools are made up of natural materials. Actually, cricket is a game developed during pre-industrialization period, and that is why the all materials, whether bat, ball, wickets, etc., are made up of natural materials like wood, etc. In cricket, a player is a member of a team, so the player is not playing for itself, as like in badminton, athletics, tennis, etc. He play for the team and not for the individual laurels. His historical beginning as a village game. If we see the village life, then the village life is very slow, and the same thing we found here in this cricket also. Cricket rules were made before the industrial revolutions, and the rhythms of the village life was shown in this game. A match could go on and on till it was not decided. Means there is no time limit in this game, as like the gulli danda game in India. The same thing we found in gulli danda also. The game is go on and on till the person was not out, so that they can spend their time when there is no harvesting and sowing or other type of work in the rural areas. They This is the only game of entertainment for them. Obviously, the game was played on a common land. It was originally played, as I said, that on a common lands in the countrysides area, and the size of the common lands varied from village to village or region to region. Therefore, it was left open to decide the boundaries of the grounds in the areas. Means no boundary was decided during that time. As I said, that the game in that time the run was in between the wickets only, no fours and no six, but no boundaries were there. That we discussed that the tools were natural. And like the other games, cricket's tools are made up of natural things because of the pre-industrial materials. The bat is made up of wood, stumps, etc. Bale also. Later, the protective equipments were introduced as the technologies changes. The inventions of the rubber led to the introduction of the pads in the year 1848. Pads comes and gloves, etc. These all things comes, but the technological changes did not materially alter the essence of the basic tools of the games, which still we see made up of wood, that is the bats, stumps, bales, balls, etc. They all were made up of natural items. That's all in the second part of the chapter. I hope the chapter is complete. Slowly we will do this chapter as I am going to divide this chapter in many parts, so that we can understand each and every topic clearly, and I also enjoy this chapter because this chapter is of our favorite game, cricket. Any kind of problem and doubt, you can send me doubt or visit to my blog, which is bipindogra.blogspot.in. That's all for second part. In the next part we will start our discussion from the laws of cricket. Thank you.